Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you from all the corners of the world. I'm making a little ground tour of the location that I'm currently staying in. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Valentina. I will start with that as this is my first live video. I'm trying to pick the best view, but it is absolutely gorgeous anywhere you look. So we're just gonna start, and forgive me, but I'm gonna put on my sunnies because my eyes are very sensitive. Okay. I hope this goes well, but there's always room for improvement, right? Let's see. All right, I have my little notebook because I'm very excited about this video, and it being the first one, it is very dear, very special to me. This is an idea that was basically swimming in my head for a very long time, and felt a very strong need to share it with all of you, and I appreciate those who will be the very first person to click on it and find it valuable. A little bit about myself. I am a registered nurse working in New York for almost a decade. I've been by the bedside. Just recently switched to a leadership position. Where am I currently at? I am at Iberostar Grand Paraíso, all-inclusive resort. We are in Playa del Carmen in Mexico. How I ended up here, I just celebrated my birthday, which was on January 23rd. So this was a beautiful present from my dear mother, who is also an amazing travel agent. If you're ever interested, Answer Travel is the agency. Please check them out. If you're interested, again, I'm not a pushy person. I'm just sharing this with you. So what do I do? As I've mentioned, I've been by bedside for almost a decade, and I've worked at bedside at peak of COVID, so I'm very familiar with the level of stress, intense stress, anxiety, and of course PTSD that was related to that period when it literally felt like we were in a survival mode. But the main goal of this video is to let all of you know, to share it with all of you who is in the place where they feel like they are stuck. And it doesn't have to be nursing, it could be any different profession, it could be just your life position, or something that you do and you feel passionate about. Also, I'm sure you're gonna start wondering where is this accent is coming from. I'm not a born to the United States, so to say. I immigrated here quite a while ago, but I also do speak fluent Russian. I'm not from Russia. I immigrated from Kazakhstan. But going back to my conversation, and what really worked for me is working really hard, I guess, on developing my own routine and sticking to that routine. And I think especially at the peak of the pandemic, it almost felt like you had nothing else to do, right? Everything is closed. You can't get out. Shortage at work. The struggles that basically were going on in every part of the world, and you feel like you are caged. But at the time, the biggest change that happened in my life, I guess the biggest awakening, was of course meeting one of the first people who influenced greatly on my worldview and introduced me to Buddhism and practice, and practices that involve breathing meditation, walking meditation, and just a practice of meditating as like almost, I look at it as yoga for your brain, right? For your restless brain. And just realizing that what I was seeking is just time being spent by myself, with myself. I was in a long-term relationship at that time that was going pretty much nowhere. I felt like I was moving away from my ex-partner and feeling pressured by that relationship, and the fact that I strongly felt that I had to stick around, and also being pressured from the high level of stress at work. I think that left me feeling as if I had no escape, and just no escape in terms of slowing down with my thoughts and figuring out what is it that matters to me the most in this moment. So there was no presence of a now moment. It was all about thinking of a past and thinking of a future, and feeling like I can't slow down to just take now in. And that was the very first big step towards just getting to know myself. And I gave myself that time, and I worked with with this person and I work with her to this day. I will leave all the people that I've worked with closely and continue to this day. I will leave it in the comment box below, because it's a beautiful group of women, and each of them individually has a very developed coursework, support group, and something new as like a getaway escape that we're going to try out for the first time this summer. I will leave all the information below if you want to get familiarized and if you're just curious. But yeah, basically just going back to myself, I ended the relationship, which was the right thing to do, and found myself just trying to take steps towards what will make me happy. And at that time I didn't even know. I was so shut down. I could not hear my thoughts. I could not hear my wishes. I didn't know, what do I need to feel happy? What do I need to feel alive in this moment? And I started developing like little habits that would help me to just stay in touch with my own reality, and being an ex-ballet dancer, and just always loving running. And I mean, I love it so much that of course I overdid it at some point, and I realized that, okay, taking care of my body and pushing myself to unhealthy limits, it's two different things. But I basically went back to being physically active, because work does not count. I had to be honest with myself. Work does not count as a physical activity because you have other aspects that you worry about, especially in my position as a nurse. Patient care doesn't stop, and usually our shifts are 12-hour long, so you might feel like I'm losing a lot of calories, but at the same time, it's not the same. Like when I go and I work out, when I go for a run, I feel such a boost of energy. I feel so powerful, especially if it's somewhere amongst the trees, especially if it's outside. And just to give you an example, I'm also going to, let me know if you're interested, but I have a video when I ended my relationship and I started working with my Buddhism teacher. Let's call her that way, because she is. They're all are extraordinary, and I have a video when basically I went running, and I've never done this before, even though I love running. I've never went out to run in the middle of winter with snow to Prospect Park. If anyone's familiar, I love Prospect Park. It's like a little escape, but yeah, in the middle of winter, it was cold. I can't tell that it was sunny, it was especially sunny day, especially bright, especially warm, none of that, but it was all present inside my head because I got rid of something that was weighting me down, right? And that felt so freeing to me that the outside world could not have an effect on my joy, pure joy in that moment. And that's when I first realized that I'm doing a lot of things that are expected of me, and I'm doing a lot of things that considered to be necessary by the media, by the parents, by your relatives, by your coworkers, by your friends, basically by those who surround you. Those are their expectations, and I think that was the very first wake-up call. Okay, how do I shed all those expectations and just stick with what's truly important to me? And I promise you this video was never meant to be this long, but there's just so much more that I would like to share with you, and just help you to stay open-minded and help you to develop that hope and hold out to the hope of the fact that your happiness matters and your happiness is possible and pure joy is possible, and you can definitely achieve it through what you do now, whether it's your job or your environment. You can, but the most important thing to do is your start point. It can happen anytime, any day, anywhere. I am starting this video. I hesitated for so many years, and I personally thought, what do I want to share? What content do I bring in? Because I want it to sound and deliver so much hope and so much body to the audience, to the potential audience. But you know what? I realized at the end of the day, all that matters is that I show myself to you in flesh as I am, and
I honestly admit that I am extremely happy. I am extremely content with everything that I have and everything that I am at this point. And what helped me to get to this point is working on my needs. So we started with the workouts, right? At some point, I found a lot of, I felt a lot of desire spending my weekends outside of just showing you the beauty, because it's sunlit. It's so majestic here. And I then proceeded to taking myself out to a museum every weekend, right? Metropolitan Museum of Art, you name it. I am a big fan of classic music and ballet, so I was just submerging myself into all those interesting areas that were interesting to me without having a need to share it. Meaning, I wasn't like, just making, purchasing tickets. It's like, I'm not going to share it with anyone. I'm not going to tell anyone. I would, ask if people were interested. But inside of myself, I already made a decision that I am going no matter what. And that's when I started traveling alone for the first time. I took myself on a vacation for the first time on my birthday, because I also realized that it's very important for me to dedicate my birthday date to myself. I do not believe in, well, it's also very traditional in my culture, I guess, and it's just the way my family and my parents, my relatives are. It's always like, if it's someone's birthday, you cook, you clean, you get ready. The entire day is dedicated to that, and then you get to sit down in the evening, and it's wonderful to be able to share it with the people that you love, the people that you want to be surrounded with and by. But you feel exhausted by the end of the day, and to me, it always felt, some like a little piece of me was given away, as opposed to me gaining something, because you spend so much energy in all those preparations. So I told myself, I don't have to do that anymore, because all those things are someone else's expectations. And even if it's my parents or my relatives or my friends who strongly believe that this is the right thing to do, those who truly love me and who wish me all the best will understand my decision on choosing to be alone on this day. Now, will it always be that way? No, absolutely no. I would love to be able to celebrate my birthday with the closest people to me at some point on a beautiful villa somewhere in Italy or Greece, where, we have a whole day dedicated to self-care. Either we wake up and we have a beautiful meditation on the sunrise, with those who want to participate, having, beautiful masseuse stations, and then a beautiful breakfast together being served. Nobody cooks, nobody cleans, so you are being taken care of. And I would love to be able to do that once I can financially afford that, right? This is one of the maybe ideal birthdays that are left to celebrate in that way. But at this time, I really am enjoying being by myself on this special day And just, it's like, it's like a personal new year, I guess. You sit down with your thoughts and with your achievements and with your goals and with your wishes, and you get to come up with the steps that you would like to take next and achieve next. And you need that time alone. And right now, as I still feel like I just started my practices with my Buddhism practices and meditating, even though it's been almost, I don't know, I want to say about 4 or 5 years. It's definitely has been a journey, and this video is not to lure you away from your beliefs and your dreams, but just, I guess, open up options for you and see, if you're interested, if you're curious. There is just so much material available on various topics that you might be interested in. The whole point is to be able to hear yourself and admit to yourself what matters to me, what's important to me, what are my interests, what do I do, what do I want to do on my birthday. To me, it's also, what do I want to do in the cold season, when the cold season comes to New York. Like, my birthday also happens to fall in January, so to me, it's an opportunity for me to celebrate alone and escape somewhere warm, because I feel like, especially around my birthday time, is when I start feeling like my year's energy bank is getting depleted. And I am a big fan of vitamin D and sun. I always said that even though my country is known to have long cold winter, I probably was like my soul was probably from somewhere very warm, with dry climate all year long. I recharge amazingly from even few days of sun. It affects my mood, it affects my goals, it affects my energy levels, it affects my attitude, it affects my skin, it affects my hair. There's just so much more in it that provides me with fulfillment. So to me, it's like there's no question at this point, and right now in my life, there's no question about me leaving New York during winter time, right? It's like breathing air, and that's what I do. Again, will it be the same next year, or 2 years, 3 years? I don't think about it, and it's truly just learning how to live in the current moment. And I think that's what helped me to get more satisfaction from my job. That's what helped me to realize that I have so much more to be grateful for with my job, with my employer, because it allows me to do all these things, right? It gives me like certain number of days to go on vacation. I have a stable paycheck. I grow every day. Besides that, right? I grow every day as a medical professional. Again, sorry guys. First time video, right? As much as I'm fulfilled with joy sharing this, it is nerve-wracking to put your face out there and just tell you my life story, but I guess to wrap it up is, you know, you are so much more than you can even imagine, and you can achieve so much more than you can even imagine, and you can find so much more joy in your everyday life that you've never thought of. All you have to do is find time to just ground yourself and listen. You know, it's a practice, and however you get there, to hear yourself and your true wishes and your true desires, it's the most beautiful discovery. And I salute those of you who was open to this practice of self-discovery since early age. You know, God bless you to always stick in with what matters to you most, and knowing what you want and just following that, you know, your intuition. I had to work on I had to work on very many barriers and expectations that were inputted into me by culture, by parents, by relatives. And again, not to put the blame on my beautiful family, but it is just to share it with you. So if you can, you know, if you find that you can relate, this video could be helpful to you. And I had to shed all that, and I'm still trying to shed a lot of that weight, a lot of those expectations, a lot of those beliefs that were that I was told to from the very young age, to the point where I felt so strongly that these are mine, that when I first started working with my teachers, it was like a fight, right? I had to fight them on basically everything, when their only goal was to help me to hear myself. And it's painful, and it's almost like a part of you has to die that was never truly you, but you were made, you know, you were forced to believe in it for so long that it's almost like it's scary to see what's out there. If this is not who I am, what is out there? What is left, right? Like, do I even have anything of my own? Do I even have anything to offer? Do I even know anything? And then, you know, it's gonna be a period where you have to bypass that as well. Process that fear, meaning not to skip it, but process that fear of feeling like, well, damn, I'm like an empty vessel with, you know, I don't know what I want, I don't know what I like, not sure who I want to be, not sure just about, you know, anything. And you know what? That's why I felt so strongly about making this video, is because it is okay. All of it is alright. All of it is part of your journey, and the best thing to do is stop worrying about the future. Stop going back to the past and just go in in circles, thinking about the things that you might have done differently, and behave differently with certain people, or like left certain relationships earlier, or it's useless. It's useless to keep biting yourself about all those experiences that passed, but try to look at it as an opportunity to learn. What have you learned from it? Do not put that pressure on yourself, and especially do not call yourself any bad names, okay? You were put on this earth so you can experience a variety of emotions, a rainbow of experiences, meet all kind of different people. It's like a big classroom that we're all in, right? And we all have our own path. And I truly believe, in reincarnation. I believe in afterlife. Let me know if you want to chat more about it. I feel like this could be a beginning of something beautiful. And again, I'm not trying to promote anything, at least not at this point, because I feel like in order to be able to offer you something, I need to have a solid ground for that. So solid material. Right now, all I want to share with you is that just wanted to have eye contact with you. I have no makeup on, and I love my red lip though. So just remember, you are the most beautiful human being, exactly the way you are, and hold on to it so tightly that no one can take it away from you. No, not one situation, not one like bad or hard situation, not one person. Work on believing in yourself. That's all I want to tell you. Work on trusting your intuition. Work on believing that what comes to you comes for a reason, and I think the quicker you learn from it, the quicker you can extract how a specific or a particular event had influencing your life, and how are you choosing to react to it, and how are you choosing to process it. The quicker you realize it, the faster you can move past it, and hopefully to a better, happier, more joyful moment. Thank you so much for those who stuck around. Holy moly, I tried to make it a honestly 10-minute maximum, right? 10-minute video, but thank you for those who stuck around for this entire time. Let me know if you have any particular interests, and if you want to chat about anything in particular or in general, or if you're interested in, if you're a big traveler, which is where I'm trying to get. I am heading to Italy this summer 2024, and it would be lovely to meet some beautiful, positive people out there, and if you are amongst them, I look forward to meeting you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.